Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is a new style of video for the channel, one which will hopefully be an ongoing series as time goes on. I'm here with Matt.
Hello.
And we are going to be doing our first of, as I said, hopefully many battle reports to come on the channel. So we've got our table all set up and laid out, and we've got our mission cards and the mission rules over here. I'll just quickly go over the terrain and the board one more time. You can see the objectives which we've got down here and over there, and another over here, and a fourth one over there. The layout we've got is Crucible of Battle, as you can see, so we'll be deploying in the two corners of the table. The mission rule we've got is Vox Static, which is in this mission the Command Reroll stratagem and New Orders stratagem both cost 2 CP to use. And then the primary mission that we have is Vital Ground. So after setting up the battlefield, we remove the objective marker in no man's land that's closest to the center of the battlefield, which is why there was no objective marker in the center. In the second, third, and fourth battle rounds, at the end of each command phase, the player whose turn it is scores VP as follows. If they control the objective marker in their own deployment zone, it's 2 VP. For each objective marker in no man's land, it's 5. And if they control the objective marker in their opponent's deployment zone, it's 6. In the fifth round, it's the player who has first turn scores VP as described above, but second turn gets it at the end of their turn, as is, I think, the case in all of the objectives in 10th edition. Mm-hmm. So that's our battlefield. We are currently going to be doing Custodes versus Dark Angels, and we will be back in a moment just to show you the list. So we've got both armies set up here. This game is actually just over 1,000 points because of 10th being a little bit fiddly sometimes when it comes to sorting out exact points. But we've got Matt's Custodes here. How many points is it exactly?
1,040.
1,040, and I believe my Deathwing is 1,045.
So that means if I lose, I've got an excuse.
Yeah, so Matt automatically wins, obviously. But let's go through what you've got, Matt, on your Custodes.
So I've got 3 characters lined up at the front.
Yep.
The gentleman in the middle is my warlord. He is a shield captain with a Castellan axe. And he has the Veiled Blade enhancement, which gives him +2 attacks, and once per game I can treble his objective control score.
Doesn't he live in Age of Sigmar?
No.
Okay.
The original model does,
okay.
Yes, but no, this guy does not.
Yeah.
There is also a second shield captain with sword and shield.
Nice.
And then on the far side over there is a shield captain in Alaris Terminator armor.
Perfect.
Also with an axe.
Yep.
Behind the sword and shield gentleman is my only battle line unit of a squad of 5 custodian guards with spears.
Nice.
Then we have 5 custodian wardens with axes and a vexilla, and finally 2 Alaris custodians with axes. That's 1,040 points.
So you have more battle line than me.
Oh yeah, I do. Yes, with my whole one.
Right, we'll be back in just a sec, and we will go over my Deathwing. And here we have the Deathwing, the first company of the Dark Angels. So I think already I've got a leg up over the Custodes because they're just much...
You've got more points than me. So.
I do have 5 more points than you. If I could drop 5 points, I would, but unfortunately...
Well, you could take out one of those cyclone missile launchers if you like.
Those 0-point cyclone missile launchers. So we have got a chaplain in Terminator armor. He is my warlord. He has got Bolted Discipline as his enhancement, which gives him and the unit he's leading sustained hits.
Ranged only.
Yep. And also critical hits on a 5+ in the Devastator Doctrine, because I'm running the Gladius Task Force for this battle. My other HQ is a Librarian in Terminator armor. He is going to be joining another squad. And he also brings sustained hits to hit the squad that he's leading as well, but no enhancement or anything on him. Then we have got a 10-man command squad. So 10 Terminators in there. We've got the Apothecary, the Champion, and the Ancient with the banner. They've got 2 Cyclone missile launchers and a smattering of Lightning Claws, Thunderhammer Storm Shields, and a Stormbolter. And then on the other side, we've got another 10 Terminators. This is just a 10-man Deathwing Terminator squad. So we've got the Sergeant, a load of Stormbolters, and a Cyclone missile launcher there. So we've got 1,045 points of Deathwing Terminators up against 1,040 points of Banana Boys.
Custard creams.
Custard creams, indeed. And we will be just back with deployment and to go over anything else before the battle begins. Okay, and we are back having fully deployed. We've got the Custodies over on this side. It really didn't take long because we both had, 2 units?
2 units.
Well, you've got
I've
something.
got 3, but one's in deep strike.
Yeah. And we, as per the deployment map, we are in the 2 sort of corners of the board.
Yeah.
I've got my Terminator squad, which is joined by the Librarian there. That's just the regular Terminator squad. And then round out in the open completely, is the command squad there with the Chaplain who has joined them. Yep. What have you got?
And then I've put my Warden squad with my Warlord Shield Captain on my left flank, just sort of out in the open, but there's plenty of line of sight blocking terrain.
And there's an objective.
And they're relatively close to an objective. And then my Custodian Guard squad with the attached Sword and Shield Captain on my objective in the backfield. And then my Terminators are in Deep Strike Reserve, along with the Captain.
Hello. So yeah, it's a fairly lot of open space for us to go across in this board because we've only got a couple of big blobby units each. But yes. I'm sure we will meet somewhere around here and have a big old fight.
Yeah, there's very little in the way of shooting.
Yeah, I think I've got more shooting than you.
Yes.
But my scariest is a few cyclone missile launchers. Apart from that, it's pretty much just bolters around.
Basically, yeah.
So we will roll to see who goes first.
Yeah, do that right now.
Do that now.
You got dice in you?
I do indeed, in my pocket.
In the middle?
Yep.
2.
That's a 5.
Guess you'll go first then.
I will be going first, so we will be back when I have done my movement phase.
Mm-hmm.
Don't laugh, Matt. So we're here in the command phase for the very first time. We haven't had to redo this because I took a picture by accident. We haven't recorded a video in a long time on this channel. So command phase stuff has happened. We have both gained a command point. Ignore the 2, it is just 1 command point, but we're recording it with individual dice. And as a Space Marine, I have got obviously Oath of Moment. My target is the Custodian Guard squad over there. Mm-hmm. The little skull symbol is what we're using to mark that. And I have drawn my 2 objectives. We are doing tactical.
We are.
Rather than fixed. And I've got 2 that are definitely not going to happen this turn. We've got Area Denial, which I need to get a unit in the centre of the battlefield and have no enemy units within the centre. Well, within 6 inches of the centre. My Terminators being not particularly fast, will have to go all that way to get there. And that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And then I also got Investigate Signals, which is basically asking me to sacrifice 50% of my army's shooting to explore some of the battlefield.
Yep.
Which, again, I'm probably not going to do because I kind of want as much shooting into the Custodies as possible. So
you don't need to.
Well, no, that's true.
You could just let them walk up to you and punch you in the face.
You know what? Getting victory points is how you win, not killing stuff.
That is very true. Very true.
So I don't know if I'm going to get any of my secondaries this turn, but we'll be back. I will show you where we move to with my 2 Terminator squads before I start shooting some bolter fire into the Custodies.
Yep.
Right, that's the movement phase done. It may not look like I've gone far, but I kind of haven't gone far. These guys moved 7 inches. I put myself into Devastator Doctrine so I could advance and charge.
Shoot.
Advance and shoot. Yeah, can't advance and charge. That's Assault Doctrine, for anyone wondering.
And that would be a ludicrous charge anyway. It's perhaps a little more than 12 inches away.
Yeah, probably a bit optimistic there. But I can advance and shoot at least, which kind of helps a little bit.
Sure.
So they moved 7 inches, got up a bit closer to the centre. I'm still within range of that objective with a Terminator or 2. These guys rolled a bit better. They rolled a 4 on their advance, so they moved up a whopping 9 inches. Still not in range of that one, but does open up a few more shots into them, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So we are going to go straight into the shooting phase just because there wasn't much movement.
Mm-hmm.
Could you do some measuring for me?
Of course I can. What would you like me to measure?
We'll start with this squad over there, the command squad. I know the Cyclone missile launchers will be in range,
so 24 inches of
I'm guessing
bolters
none of the bolters will be.
None of them, I'm afraid.
So it's just going to be 4 crack missiles, because we have got 2 Cyclone missile launchers.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to do crack rather than frag, because obviously that makes sense. These guys are Oath of Moment, so I get to reroll my hits and my wounds. And with Bolted Discipline on him, they are sustained hits and the critical hit on a 5+.
Mm-hmm.
So 5+ will be an extra hit.
Yep.
So let's get started. So that is
2 crits and 2 hits.
2 crits and 2 hits. So 6 hits in total.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take that from crack missiles.
Not bad.
Not entirely sure how a crack missile explodes into another hit, but hey, there we go. And then strength 8.
Toughness 6.
Are they strength 8 crack missiles?
Or 9.
Can't remember.
One of the two.
Either way, they're winning on 3s.
Yep. With a reroll.
With a reroll over here. So that is 5 wounds through.
Okay. Minus multiple.
It's -2, I believe.
Okay, so being in cover makes it -1.
Yep.
Puts me to a 3-up save, which I will do right now. That's not a... 3 fails.
3 fails.
Yeah. That'll teach me for using Death Guard dice on Custodes, I suppose, won't it?
Yeah. So these will have to be rolled one at a time because they're D6 damage. So the first one
Kills one.
is a 4, and that kills a Custode. The second one
Kills one.
is a 4, kills a Custode. Fourth one, third one even, is a 2.
Doesn't kill one.
Could command point reroll it, but I'm not going to.
He's down to 1 wound.
So that's a couple
See,
of
had
Custodes.
I thought about it, I could have used my free stratagem because of the captain.
Yes, you could.
Making
You,
it -1 damage.
you've got a
but
lot
to be
of...
fair, that would have killed 2 of them anyway.
Yes, it would.
So
that's that unit shot. Moving on to this squad, they are now going to fire into the same Oath of Moment target. We've measured off camera, and we've got 3 that are in range with the Stormbolters, and obviously the Cyclone missile launcher there. So it's 6 shots. They're obviously not in half range for rapid fire. So it's just going to be 6 shots from the Stormbolters. These are again sustained hits because that's the rule the Librarian brings. So these are hitting on
3s.
2s because Terminator's special rule is they get +1 to hit against the Oath of Moment target.
Outrageous.
Yes, I can't remember the name of that rule, but they get +1 to hit against the Oath of Moment target. So they're hitting on 2s, re-rolling. Which is...
the command squad does not have that rule.
No, the command squad doesn't. The regular Deathwing Terminators do.
I beg your pardon. That is the regular Deathwing Terminator
It
squad.
is. Sometimes I know what I'm talking about.
Every once in a while.
It's not very often, but every now and then I do. So that's 2 sustained hits there.
Deathwing is the name of the rule.
Is it? Is it just called Deathwing?
It's just called
Love
Deathwing.
it. Well done, GW. Imagination.
Yep. So they ignore any modifiers to ballistic skill or weapon skill.
And they get
And
+1
they get
against it.
+1 against Oath of Moment target.
Yes. So I got 8 hits from those 6.
That was impressive.
I know. Only strength 4, so I'm wounding them on 5s, but with a reroll. And that is
3
not bad so far. That's not bad at all.
And your wounds is that, please.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No AP. So just your regular 2 saves. Wow.
Right, we kill that guy that was already wounded.
That's not too
Put
shabby.
Another one down to 2 wounds.
And then we've got the Cyclone missile launcher going into them. This is hitting on 3s. There's a 5 and a 1.
Technically, it's hitting on 4s. On 2s because
yes,
of
it
your
is because
thing.
yes, it's actually hitting on 2s. That's very true.
Because of Deathwing.
There we go. No sustained hits, but 2 hits, and then wounding on 3s. Again with the reroll because I am Oath of Momented. 2. Minus
3
2.
plus saves
Yes.
because of cover. Oh, they have a dice over there.
Well,
One
there's-
failed, 1 saved.
Where is the other one?
Under
Oh,
the
yeah.
trees with a 1.
D6 damage then. Let's do another 4. These dice are not rigged in any way, I promise. So how many of them did I? Did I kill 4?
You killed 4. Yeah.
4 Custodes dead from 2... I mean, to be fair, that is 1,045 points of Terminator. But that's not too bad. I will take that.
Yep.
So that is the shooting phase. There is going to be no charges, obviously, because I'm not in range of anything. So that is also going to be the end of the Dark Angel's turn. Didn't score any secondaries, of course, because I can't at this point. I'm not in the middle of the battlefield, and I didn't give up my shooting, for which I'm actually quite grateful, because that worked out quite well.
And while you're doing that,
Oh yeah, and so we will move on to the Custodes turn 1. Right, we're back with the Custodes turn 1. Matt is just... Have you got anything to do in your command phase? Or...
aside from gain a command point, no, I do not. But obviously you gain a command point also.
I do.
I'll remember in a second.
I'll get that in just a sec. And you've drawn your objectives?
I have, yes. Overwhelming force. I need to kill units of yours that are within range of objective markers. And deploy teleport homers. I need to get within 6 inches of the centre and basically perform an action.
Okay.
So neither of those are
Not
likely
gonna
to happen.
happen. No.
High scoring game, this one.
Absolutely. We're going to be rolling in points by the end of this. I'm just going to grab myself my command point, and then we'll be back and we will cover Matt's...
Although, very briefly,
Yep.
battle shock test.
Oh, yes, we do have a battle shock test.
Unsurprisingly, they lost more than half their
They
unit.
did.
So, leadership 6 on
Yep.
a Custodian Guard. That is a 9, I'm fine.
He's all good.
Brilliant.
Be back in just a sec, and we will cover Matt's Custodes turn 1. The Custodes are making their moves. They have moved. They didn't advance, did they?
The Wardens
They advanced?
have advanced onto that objective
Yep.
on the far side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend their free command point that they
Yep.
get for the captain.
Very
and
unfair.
Make that objective mine. So if you would be so kind as to pop that on the objective, which basically means that even when I move off the objective, I still score it. It still counts as mine.
That's a Death Guard dice.
It is, yeah. I just like the dice.
Filthy Custodes.
I'm also then going to spend with 1 command point the same on this one.
Okay.
The free stratagem usage for the shield captain allows you to use a stratagem even if it's been used before.
Perfect.
And then I'm going to spend the custodian guard captain's free stratagem
Yep.
on I believe it's called Vigil Unending.
Oh, yes, yep.
And that guy wasn't actually hurt by the crack missile.
He just got
shot
knocked
him in the
over.
face. He just tripped on a piece of terrain. So he has come
That's
back.
embarrassing.
It is a little embarrassing. But at least he's back now, so it's fine.
And that's a once per game thing,
Once
isn't
per
it?
game
For
per
per unit.
unit.
Yeah.
Yes.
So every unit can do that once per game to get a model back.
Indeed. And that is the end of my turn because I'm out of range for shooting. What I am going to do is ditch both of my secondary objective cards.
Yep.
And I will gain a command point for that because they're useless to me.
Perfect. Okay. So we will switch back over to the Dark Angels, and we'll be back with them in just a second. Right, Dark Angels turn 2 command phase is done. We both got another command point, and I drew a new objective. I did discard my, hold on, I don't think I recorded it, but I discarded the one I had before because...
The one about the corners.
The one about the corners, because not going to get that. And I got Deploy Teleport Homer, which I actually can get this turn, which will be good. I basically need to have a unit within 6 inches of the centre of the battlefield, and then I can't shoot with it, but it basically does an action, an old style action, and gets me 3 VP using the tactical missions when I do that. We then have done a little bit of movement. I haven't put myself in another doctrine at this stage, so they've just moved up their 5 inches. They are within 6 inches of the centre.
Yeah, it's about here.
Yeah, they're really close to it. But they can't shoot actually because they'll be doing the deploy teleport homers. But this unit have moved up. They're now within 3 inches of that objective there, and they also have some line of sight towards the remaining 3 dudes over there.
Who have been oathed again.
They have been oathed once again.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the Dark Angels movement. We will now be moving on to shooting. Again, these guys won't be shooting because they are doing deploy teleport homers. We've got some Deathwing.
You've got the chaplain and 2. You've got the chaplain, the 2 cyclone guys, and the flagman are the only ones with stormbolters in range.
Oh, the 2 cyclone stormbolters in range. Sorry.
They are, yes.
So it's 8 stormbolt shots in total.
Yep.
Cool.
Although he's got a combi melter.
It's
or a combi flamer.
It's a stormbolter.
Okay.
It's okay. My army isn't completely WYSIWYG, but it's mostly.
Be ashamed of yourself.
I know, I am. So we've got the stormbolters firing into them first. So let's do this. Again, Oath a moment, so rerolls to hit. And they sustained.
But no criticals this time.
But no criticals because I'm not in Devastator Doctrine anymore. But I am hitting on 2s.
No, you're not.
Yes, because they're Oath a moment.
But they're not Deathwing.
They are not Deathwing. That is a very good point. That is my command squad. So they're hitting on 3s.
Let's try though. I know your game.
Yeah, I know. I thought I could get away with it too.
They're the same colour.
They look exactly the same. Like, can anyone tell the difference? No, you can't. So we've got, that was a 1, but it goes into a 6. So that is 8 hits from 8 shots.
That's all right then. Not too bad.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
And then I'm wounding on 5s. Again, re-rolling thanks to Oath of Moment. For a grand total of 4 wounds.
Okie dokie.
So I'm going to go with 1 dead custodian.
Nope. One's wounded.
That's what I meant. They got 1 wound each, right?
Unfortunately for you, they do not have 1 wound each, no.
Disappointing. And then we've got the 2 Cyclone Missile launchers, which are 2 shots each. So 4 crack missile shots to go in. 2 rerolls, thanks to Oath of Moment. So 4 hits, but no sustained, no exploding.
Sad times.
Which is a shame. And then wounding on 3s, once again, is all wounds, minus 2 AP.
Okay, so minus 1 because of being in cover.
Yep.
So 3s. 2 go through again.
Here we go. First one is 2.
Okay, that kills that guy.
Does it kill him?
Oh, we only have 2 wounds left.
Nice. I don't need to command point reroll it then. Also, that costs 2.
It does, yes, it does.
So I don't really want to be command point rerolling anything. And that is a 6.
Yep, excellent. Good. You know that thing I spoke to you about, like, maybe 5 minutes ago? There's that stratagem that I can play for free to reduce damage by 1.
Yes.
Yeah. I slipped my mind again.
Yeah, I mean, that would have actually been quite helpful.
It would, because you would have only killed 1 of them.
Yeah, that would have been really helpful,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah.
Maybe next time.
Well,
Who knows?
you know.
Although he can't do it anymore because he's not leaving a unit.
Wah, wah. When we play, we don't often let people fix their mistakes because we like. Sometimes we do,
Yeah,
but like
it
is a good
way to learn.
It's a good way to learn if you miss things or get something wrong. It's a good way to learn. So it's not that I'm being mean to Matt.
Certainly no more than usual.
No one file a complaint or anything that I'm bullying him or being mean. It's just how we play. But they aren't going to shoot because they can't because they are deploying teleport homers.
Yep.
But that is done.
How many will that get you?
At the end of my turn, if that unit is within 6 inches of the centre, it deploys a teleport homer and I secure this secondary. It's 3 VP because we're doing tactical missions.
3 VP. Okie dokie. Score is currently 5 points to 0 in favour of the Dark Angels.
I think we call it there. Victory for the first. That's going to be the end of this turn because that's all the shooting I had. Again, there are no charges. So that is going to be the end of the Dark Angel turn, and we will be back with the Custodes retaliation, such as it is.
Which will be considerably less impressive, I'm sure.
Yeah. Okay, we're here again with Custodes turn 2. Matt is just going to run through what he did because I'll be honest, I was getting a drink and not paying attention. Yeah. So yeah, what happened?
Okay, so first things first, I scored my objective points.
Yes.
So I get 2 for holding the one in my zone.
Yep.
And 5 for holding in No Man's Land.
Which is his sticky one now.
They are both sticky.
Yep.
Because I used that stratagem. At the end of my movement phase, I'm also using a stratagem to make that one sticky.
Oh, look at that.
Which I believe I can do, which I'm just going to spend a command point on. Because I don't want to waste my captains once per battle round.
That's fair.
Stratagem.
Yep.
The shield captain, who is now sadly all by himself, has just moved forwards.
He does look very lonely.
But hopefully he'll distract the Deathwing Knights a little bit so they won't turn around and blast the Terminators off the table.
Command squad.
Whatever.
Look, if you're gonna pick me up.
The Warden squad with the Warlord have moved forwards into the building. It's now approximately an 8-inch charge to the Deathwing.
It's about 7 inches to the wall, so it's about an 8-inch charge through.
Yep, and the Terminators have dropped in Deep Struck on the back, which, thinking about it, I can't do because it's only turn 2, so I can't come into your deployment zone.
Is that not for reserves? I thought Deep Strike was different to...
Yes, you might be right. We'll ignore this whole section because what's the point?
Everyone hear that? I might be right. We'll go check it and be right back.
Yeah.
Can you just repeat what you said?
Oh, for goodness sake. Yes, Will, you're correct.
Damn right I am. Just for clarification, this is only my 3rd game of 10th.
Yeah,
and we
played 4 or 5 maybe.
Bear with any sort of learning that we have. But yeah, they can come in there, no problem.
The Terminators and the Terminator Captain have deep struck in on the objective in Will's deployment zone. And that is where I'm spending that stratagem to make that my objective, even if I move off it.
Yep.
So we're going into shooting now.
Yep.
This Shield Captain is out of range, because he's only got a 12-inch pistol.
That's a shame.
These guys can't see anything, because there's doors in the way. Or the walls are solid.
Yep.
So it's just my Terminators.
They do have a fair amount of shooting.
Who are going to shoot your Terminators?
Makes sense.
We'll start with... Bear with me a second, I'm just finding my data cards, because they're quite useful things to have.
They are.
So they all hit on 2s, so I don't need to worry about that, and they've basically all got the same guns, so that's all fine too. Yes. Okay, so you are a character unit, are you not?
Yes.
Okay, so I can reroll wounds against you, because that's their special unit rule.
Nice.
So I will do them separately, because the captain doesn't have that.
Okay, yes.
So the captain has a ballistus grenade launcher, which is D6 shots.
Is it
It
blast?
is also blast.
It is blast. I
You
thought
have
it would be.
11 models in your unit?
11 models.
So that's plus 2.
Yes.
So D6 plus 2. For 5. So he hits on 2s. For 5 hits.
Nice.
He is strength 4. To your
Toughness 5. Yep.
So 5's to wound. For 3 wounds at -1.
-1. So this 2-up goes to a 3-up.
Love it.
Very good.
Excellent. And then we have his spear, his guardian spear, is 2 shots, which hit on 2s, so 1 miss, and strength 4 as well. So 5's to wound for nothing.
Cool.
Then we have the 2.
Good job, guys.
2 Terminators themselves. So this is 2d6 plus 2.
Yep.
Plus 4 technically.
Yeah.
For 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Nice.
Not a huge amount, but it should be okay. 3, 6, 9 shots, hitting on 2s. For 8 hits. Rerolling wounds. So
Yes.
5's to wound with a reroll. 3 so far. 4 wounds at -1.
4 at -1.
Mm-hmm.
That brings me again to a 3-up save. And 1 goes through.
Okie dokie. So 1 takes 1 damage.
Is there only 1 damage on
There's
that?
only 1 damage on the grenade launcher.
Okie doke. So that is. Sorry.
That's okay.
Pop him down to 2 wounds.
I see what you're doing. And then 2 Guardian's axes, Castellan axes, I beg your pardon, hitting on 2s for 3 hits. Again, wounding on 5s because they're strength 4, but with a reroll because of Slayers of Tyrants. For 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
At -1.
Again, 3-up save. And 1 will go through.
2
damage. So that will kill this poor little Terminator.
Yeah, and make my Warden's charge even longer.
Yeah, probably add an inch or so to that.
Yeah, I don't care what people say, Will. Sometimes you make sensible decisions.
Not very often, but yeah, every now and then.
And that's the end of my shooting phase, so I may as well try and do some charges.
Yep, these
While we're
turns
here.
are not
So
super
we'll start
long.
with the Terminators into the Terminators.
Okay,
So it should be a 9-inch charge
Yep.
because I deep struck 9 inches away.
should be.
And that's
That's a
only a
6.
6. You know what?
You know what?
I'm going to use my once per battle round free stratagem
Go for it.
to re-roll that.
So
That's
2
even
and a-
worse.
Yeah, that's actually
Excellent. That was a really good use of a free stratagem.
well done. Well
On the
done.
plus side, it didn't cost me 2 command
It
points.
did not. This is true.
And now we're going to try the Wardens in the building
Yep.
into the Terminator squad.
So yeah, that's going to be a 9.
So we'll see what we get.
That's a 7. That's definitely not it.
It's not in. Okay, so I'm going to use their once per battle round
Yep.
free stratagem to try and reroll that as well. And
That's an 8. That won't
That
be in.
doesn't make
'cause
it either.
if you hadn't killed that Terminator, that would have got you in.
Well, if you hadn't removed that Terminator, I think is what you meant to say there.
Well done, matey. So that is
That's the end of my turn.
essentially 4 failed charges.
Shut up.
But yeah, that is the Custodes player. Dan, did you score anything at the
Only
end
my
of
primaries.
Only the primaries.
But I'm going to ditch both of my... yeah, I'm going to ditch both of my secondaries again
Okay,
and gain 1 CP.
so we will be back with the Dark Angels for their turn 3. So we're heading into turn 3 for the Dark Angels.
Yep.
Did you just want to go over the scores?
Sure. At the end of turn 2, the score was actually 7 points to the Custodes and 5 points to the Dark Angels.
Shock.
I know, right? And then in your command phase, you scored 5 points for this objective in No Man's Land.
I was on that one.
Which you've obviously now moved off.
Yes. So in my command phase, we both got a command point.
Yep.
I drew a new objective, which was Storm Hostile Objective, which is you control one or more objective markers that was controlled by your opponent at the start of your turn. So in my movement phase, this Terminator scored here, about faced, and I popped Assault Doctrine, so I can advance and still charge. So these guys won't be shooting, but I did advance up just to make sure I didn't fail that charge, and hopefully they will do enough damage to kill them. I also didn't declare an Oath of Moment target.
You did not.
But it will be them.
You're not too scared about the lone captain on his own?
I mean...
You should be.
There's a bit of firepower coming from them. Not much, but a little bit.
You can take it.
But they moved a bit closer to the objective, the centre of the board in the purposes of doing area denial next turn. They won't get it this turn, but maybe next turn. Hopefully he will be dead, and hopefully they will be dead. Alternatively, they might be dead.
Yep.
But that is all of the movement. We will move on to shooting. Again, they don't have any, but they do have some.
So everyone's in range.
Everyone is in range. So how many Stormbolters do I have there, Mr. Matthew, please?
6, including the chaplain. Yes.
So that would be 12 Stormbolter shots.
You may have some in rapid fire. Bear with me for half a moment.
Okay.
Nobody is in rapid fire.
Good. That makes things easier. And 10, 11, 12. So 12 Stormbolter shots. Again, thanks to the chaplain, these are sustained hits. Just sustained hits 1. This is the Stormbolters into that fellow there. Hitting on 3s. No rerolls.
But a fair number of sustained, by the look of it.
3 sustained hits. So 1, 2, 3. And then these are winning on 5s.
Is that 1?
1,
2.
2.
Okay.
2 at no AP.
2 plus arm saves, coming right up. There you go. 2 and a 6.
Great. And then 4 crack missiles. That is 4 hits.
But no sustained.
But no sustained. And then winning on 3s.
Indeed.
For 4 at minus 2 AP.
4 up invulnerable saves.
Yep.
Or armor saves.
Armor
It doesn't
saves,
really
yep.
matter too much. Failed 2.
So I can roll these at the same time because it's still going into the same target. So it's just 2d6 damage. For 5 damage...
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I'm
got
going
7 wounds.
I'm going to use one of my plethora of command points. I have to use 2 because the mission rule... where did we put the mission? Here we go. Vox Static is the command reroll is now 2 CP. But I've got 5 command points, so that's fine. I will reroll the 2. Let's just rewind that and pretend that never happened.
Okay, he now has 3 wounds left.
Yeah, no, I'm doing you a favour. I thought you could use some help.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
So that's all my shooting. As I said, they won't be shooting, but we will be making a charge.
May as well roll that now.
Yeah, I'll just roll that now so we won't cut out.
Would probably still get you in.
I don't know if it...
Oh no, because you can't finish on the objective,
no.
can you? So you've got to go around. Nah, you're fine.
6 inches. That's fine. I will just move them in. I'm going to cut while I move them in just so we can get as many in as possible so I can do as much damage as possible. And then we'll be back to show you what happens in this assault. So we made the charge and Matt has some shenanigans.
I do have some shenanigans. You were about to do some piling moves, but I'm going to not allow you to.
Okay.
Because I'm going to spend 2 CP.
Yep.
Except I'm not. I'm going to use my free CP.
He's got a lot of free CP.
What's the battle round? I'm going to use my free command point stratagem thing from the captain over there to play Unwavering Sentinels.
Okay.
Which gives me fight first.
Oh, yeah.
When I'm on an objective.
I forgot that he had fight first on objective. I hate Custodes.
So that's a free CP, so I don't need to worry about that.
Yes.
Next, at the start of the fight phase, I choose a martial Qatar stance.
Yes, he does.
And this is where I'm slightly torn, because I like the idea of sustained hits.
They're good.
Slap you around a bit more.
Yeah.
But I also like the idea of making it harder for you to hit me.
Yes.
So what I'm going to do is do sustained hits, because I like the idea of doing that more than the other one.
Okay.
So that's what I'm going to do.
Cool.
So I'll strike first, I guess.
I'm going to do Armor of Contempt
Sure.
to reduce your AP by 1.
I'm only AP 1 anyways.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, that's fine.
So that is a command...
A CP?
command point, that's the one I'm looking for.
So I'll pile in. So he'll just move over to there to be in base
What
contact.
kind of units have fights first, eh? You wouldn't see the lion with that.
So we'll start with the captain.
Yeah.
Who has 6 whole attacks with his axe. And he hits on 3s.
Attacks.
Yeah, terrifying.
That's staying
that took
in.
me far too long to
It
work
did.
out what you just said. So he has 6 attacks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hitting on 3s, sustained hits.
Yes.
1. So there is 2 additional hits.
Yep.
So that's 5 out of 6 hits.
Yep.
He is strength 9. So he is winning you on 3s. Because I believe your toughness 5.
I am indeed.
For 3 wounds.
3 wounds.
He is -1. So nothing.
So not yet.
Armor of Contempt on.
So 2 up save.
Mm-hmm.
And we're good.
Excellent. And then we will do the same with the 2 Terminators, who have 4 attacks apiece. And they also hit on 3s. These guys are rerolling wounds because you are a character unit,
Yes.
however. Oh, that wasn't very good.
It wasn't great.
No, it wasn't, was it? And they're also winning on 3s.
Yep.
With said reroll,
Useful.
because you are a character unit. For 3 more wounds, please. Again,
-1 again.
-1,
So my 2 up save again.
Yeah.
I will fail 1.
It is 3 damage.
It is 3 damage, so that
Yes.
will kill a Terminator.
Yes. Well,
Um,
that sort of helped a little bit, I suppose.
I think we're going to get rid of this one.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Lands me.
Is that all of your shenanigans?
Yeah, that's all of my shenanigans until you target me, in which case I might do some more shenanigans.
Okay, so can I pile in now, please?
You can, yes.
So he's just going to pile around. That should be all of them able to attack. I have got Oath of Moment for rerolls to hit, rerolls to wound. The Librarian gives sustained hits to the unit in melee as well, so their sustained hits 1.
Mm-hmm.
It's Assault Doctrine, which is how I was able to advance and charge, and I'm going to use
Honor the chapter
Honor the Chapter
to get Lance.
to get Lance, which is +1 to wound,
And you're
and
+1 to hit
in-
wound because it's the Deathwing squad against
Yep.
the Oath of Moment.
and in the Assault Doctrine, Honor the Chapter gives you +1 AP as well.
Perfect.
What?
But you're also -1 damage.
Yes.
Because that's the stratagem I'm playing.
That is totally
That's
fine.
my final shenanigans.
How much is going on here? So, I'm going to do this one weapon type at a time, because Matt has very kindly got the weapons open because I don't have enough hands, to be honest. So we'll start with the lightning claws.
Okay. How many lightning claws do you have?
So it's a dual lightning, it's twin lightning claw.
Yes.
That took me way too long to say.
How many do you have?
Just one model
Okay.
with.
5 attacks.
Okay, so he is hitting on 2s.
Because
will-
they're the Oath of Moment target.
Yes.
Your Deathwing.
Hitting on 2s, rerolling with sustained hits. And I'm going to reroll everything because you can with Oath of
You
Moment
can.
to fish for those 6s. That did nothing for me. But fine, we got 4 hits.
You are strength 5.
With Lance for +1 to wound.
So you are strength 5. I am
With-
toughness 7, so you would be 5s. But with
Going to
Lance,
4s?
you are 4s.
Yes.
And you are re-rolling all of these because A, you're twin linked,
And I'm Oath of Moment.
and it's Oath of Moment.
Yeah. So that's 2 wounds. A lightning claw
So they would
is
be -2,
but
you've
plus
got
1,
thing
so
make it
-3.
Okay, so
I know,
4
right?
plus, 4 plus invulnerable save.
Yeah,
Both passed.
cool. Then we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with power fists.
Okay, they have 3 attacks each.
Okay.
So you're looking at 18 attacks.
7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Would you believe it? I have enough dice. I do not have enough hand.
Would you like some assist?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
So these are hitting on 2s.
Because they're 3s normally.
I'm going to take the 6s out.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I'm going to re-roll everything.
Makes sense.
Because when you're hitting on 2s, you can kind of risk it.
You can.
If it was 3s, I'd maybe not do that, but... Crap.
Do you need more hand?
No. Yes. No. No, I'm good. Look, check that out. Look at me go. So we have got
Jesus.
quite a few sustained.
Yeah.
A few misses.
Okay, 7 sustained.
And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we actually gain 1 more.
Yeah.
And all of
Now
those.
you probably need hands.
Now I need more hands. Could you possibly like just pour them into my my kind hands? These are strength 8, so wounding on 3s, but down to 2s because of Lance. Again, re-rolling everything because of Oath of Moment. This game is insane.
Yeah, but they took out a load of rerolls.
Yeah, there's hardly any rerolls in the game anymore. So that's all of those.
18 wins.
17.
No, because you had 18 attacks.
Oh yes,
and
yes, I did gain 1. So yeah, 18 wounds at whatever their AP is plus 1. I think they're minus 2.
18. They are minus 2.
So minus 3. So you're 4 up.
So 4 plus invulnerable save.
It's only 1 damage though. Cause...
It is because of arcane genetic alchemy. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So you kill both of the Terminators and put a wound on the captain. The captain has the shiny gold shoulder pads.
Yep.
That's what captains have. And he is down by 1 wound. And he has 7 wounds to begin with.
Wow.
So he is now on 6 wounds.
And then last in this, I have got a power sword from the captain, from the sergeant, and the power staff or whatever from the library.
Okay, so power weapon is 4 attacks.
4 attacks.
Hitting on 3s, but 2s.
Hitting on 2s.
Because it's still the Oath of Moment target.
I'm going to reroll the 2s just to get more 6s maybe, but I don't. But that's still 6 hits from 4 attacks.
Strength 5, so would be 3s, but 2s because of Lance. Nope, sorry, I beg your pardon.
Would be 5s.
So 4s. Oh, yeah, I know. Okay.
That's all wounds.
Excellent. This is minus 2. So
minus 3.
Is that 6?
5.
5.
No, sorry, it is 6. I can count.
Okay. So this is minus 2, but becomes minus 3 because
4
of Assault Doctrine, so 4 up in one. 2 go through. It's only 1 damage apiece.
Yep.
So because I'm minus 1 damage, that's nothing. This just bounces off.
Yep.
That's fine.
That's how it works.
Yeah. Totally.
And then the librarian, if you could find that.
Oh yes, I beg your pardon.
Thank you very much. 5 attacks or 4 attacks? I'm going to go with 5, but...
Librarian.
In Terminator armor, he'll have a power staff.
Librarian. There he is. Melee, 4 attacks.
Oh, he's rubbish.
Hitting on 3s, but 2s. Oh no, because he's not.
No,
he
not.
He doesn't get that rule.
Because I think it's... Unless it says the unit. No, don't worry about it.
Okay. 3s.
He still gets Oath of Moment though, so that's good.
And sustained.
And sustained, but I'm not going to reroll them.
Okay,
so
strength 6.
But he does get 1 because he did roll a 6. So it's 4. Strength 6. So
5s become 4s.
Reroll all of them. That is 2 wounds.
2 wounds. It's minus 1, so it becomes minus 2.
To your 4.
So 4 up in one again. For both fail.
And how much?
D3.
So it's 2d3 damage? Minus 1. Yeah, on each. So it's 1 damage, 2 damage in total.
Okay, cool. So you might still have some wounds left.
2 wounds left.
Hooray!
That's disappointing.
You claimed the objective.
I did claim the objective. Well done, guys. You did okay. Right, that is...
That's the end.
All of the melee.
Secondaries. You got Storm Hostile Objective, I believe it is.
I got Storm Hostile Objective because I now overpower him on that.
Mm-hmm. How many points is that? 5, I believe.
5 victory if you're using tactical missions.
Okie dokie.
So 5 on that. I didn't get area denial just yet,
but
now we are going into Custodes. Thank you.
Sorry.
Turn 3.
I was very confused. There. So score currently is 15 points to the Dark Angels and 7 points to the Custodes.
Perfect. We'll be back with the Custodes in just a sec. The Custodes have done their command phase and their movement phase.
Yep. So I scored points for the No Man's Land objective over next to you.
Yep.
And my home objective because I made them sticky earlier on my stratagem. Sworn Guardians.
Yep.
So the score currently is 14 points to the Custodes and 15 to the Dark Angels.
Yes. What did you get
I have
secondary-wise?
secure no man's land, so I need to hold both objectives in no man's land, and defend stronghold, so I need to keep my objective safe.
I think one of them is
think
fairly
that
easy.
one's pretty much
The other one,
guaranteed.
maybe not
The
so
other
much
one's a bit more of a challenge.
just yet.
So what I've done is I've moved my shield captain forwards 6 inches, and I've also moved my wardens forwards 6 inches as well. So that gives a 4 or so inch charge from the captain and a 6 inch charge from the wardens into the command squad over here. I'm not anticipating killing them, but you never know.
You never know.
And then my shield captain in Terminator armor has just stayed where he is.
Yes.
He's in his happy place.
Yeah, he loves
Even
it
though
there.
he's lost loads of wounds.
He's happy there.
He'll be alright. And that's it. And then it's shooting.
Okay.
So I've got one sword, because they can't see through the building.
No, they cannot. This is very true.
So one Guardian Sentinel Blade.
Yeah.
Hits on 2s, which is fortunate.
That's good.
And wounds on 5s, because it's strength 4.
Yes.
For 1 wound.
One whole
It's
wound.
-1.
That's 2.
And it's only 1 damage.
Oh,
But you're also in cover, so
actually, yeah.
it's minus
So
nothing.
yeah.
So it's fine,
yeah.
safe. Yeah.
I'm fine. I'm all good.
So charges then, I guess.
Yeah. So we've got 2
we'll start
charges.
with the wardens.
Okay.
Bursting through the wall into the command
Double
squad.
1. Here we go.
That's an 8 rather. They are in.
Yep.
And then we'll also go with the captain. And that is an 11, and he is definitely in.
He is definitely in.
Yes. So I will move them, and then we'll look at shenanigans and things, and then we'll come back.
Yep. Charges have been made. The shield captain has gone in around there, and the wardens are nicely tucked in under there. We don't have any shenanigans.
I have no shenanigans. I just have to declare martial katars. and
Yep.
things.
So what martial kata are we going
So
for?
army wide, I'm
Yep.
going to go for -1 to hit. So
Okay.
that means you are hitting me on 1 worse.
Yes.
And because I have a shield captain in with the wardens,
Yep.
He has the master of the stances ability, and so I may as well play my once per battle. All of the stances are active for his unit,
Nice.
so that gives -1 to hit, sustained hits 1, and
lethal hits.
Not that I necessarily need the lethal hits, but
No,
I may
it's
as
nice
well
to
go
have.
for it anyway.
Yeah. I am going to, just because we're about to fight, I'm going to do Armour of Contempt to reduce his AP by 1. Because that seemed to work quite well last time, so I'll
It
get
did
a
all right, yeah.
command point for
Did
myself.
all right.
And
Okay.
you will be fighting first.
I will, yes. So we'll start with the lone shield captain.
Oh, shit. Yep. Sorry for the language there.
Has 7 attacks with his sword. That is this gentleman here.
Has he only got 3 wounds left?
He has only got 3 wounds left
Nice.
because you shot him in the face with a crack missile.
Yes, I did.
2 technically, and then
Yeah, and then re-rolled one.
worse on
Yeah,
reroll.
don't remind me of that.
So he hits on 2s
Yes.
with sustain. No, with -1 to hit. That's fine.
So he's -1 to hit. Okay.
So that is 6 hits from 7 attacks.
Yep.
These are strength 6, so they are wounding on 3s.
3s, yep.
Which is 5 wounds. They are -2.
So down to
It's a
-1.
-1.
How many was that? 6?
5.
5. So it's a 3-up save.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all... Oh, no, 1 goes through.
Yep, 1 damage.
1 damage.
Yep.
Have you got a red dice at all?
I do.
I think we'll put it on the Lightning Claw dude, because no one really likes Lightning Claw dudes.
They're really good in this edition. 5 attack, strength 5, -2, 1 damage.
You know what? You know what?
Rerolling wounds.
You know what? I'm going to put it onto a 4-wound Thunderhammer Storm Shield guy, because that seems like a better idea.
I talked myself into that one, didn't I, really? Let's be honest. So we'll then go with my shield captain from the Warden squad.
Yep.
Who has 6 attacks base, but then he also has 2 extra attacks for his enhancement.
Ooh.
The Veiled Blade.
Good for
He
him.
has 8 attacks.
Okie doke.
He hits on 3s. But he also has sustained hits, you see,
He does, so-
because he has all of the stars.
He does
active,
indeed, so he gets
he
one
hits
back.
7 times. He is strength 9. He's
wounding
wounding on
on
3s.
3s.
But he is also lethal hits. So 6s are auto wounds, but it doesn't make a difference.
That's on hit
Oh,
roll.
that's hits. So one's an auto wound.
1's an auto wound, yeah. So you've got 1 auto wound, and those are 3s to wound.
There you go. That means
6.
6. They're only a -1, however.
So these are my 2-up saves.
They are.
Okay,
they are
and
3
3 damage. So that will kill this poor fellow.
Yes. And then I have 5 wardens. Who each have 4 attacks. 4, And these guys are hitting on 2s.
Yes, they are.
Sustained hits and critical hits.
Yep.
Lethal
hits. Yep.
So there are 3 sustained hits. So I'll put those 1s back in over there.
Yep.
And they're also wounds, so I'll move them over there. And then I drop 1.
Yep.
Because it's 3s to hit. I beg your pardon.
Yes, it
because
is.
they're axes. So all bar 2. And then it's 3s to wound.
Yep. It's a lot of 1s and 2s, I'm not going to lie.
It's a fair few 1s and 2s, isn't it?
But it's still not bad.
But it's 3, 6, 9, 11 wounds.
7, 9, 10, 11. That is a lot of wounds. I won't lie. That's quite worrying.
But you're ignoring their AP, so
it's only a 2-up save, so we should be okay. Maybe, probably not.
That's 1 dead.
1 dead. Well, actually no, it's 3 damage, isn't it?
Yes.
So it's 1 Thunderhammer Storm Shield Terminator down to 1 wound. Peachy.
Okay. And then you can attack me back because you attacked before my Terminator Captain.
Yeah, so I do both of mine before your Terminator goes, don't you?
No, you do 1. It's then choosing.
Yeah, but if I do them first, then you've got nothing else to attack here, so I may as well do them first.
No, that's what I mean. Yes.
Yeah.
So if you do your then I can still attack you with the Captain.
Yes. Yeah. That's what. That makes sense. Could you bring over my dice, please?
No, you've got too many.
I'm just going to plug this in because apparently recording videos takes up phone battery.
Through the battery.
Choose through your battery. Who knew? So we've got sustained hit still. You're still oath at the moment because that's till my next turn. I'm not going to do...
Well...
unless you've got anything you're going to do.
Yeah, I may as well spend that command point to strike first. Except I'm not going to bother. No, I'm not going to bother.
No?
Nope.
Sure?
Yep.
Okay. Lightning Claw dude, 5 attacks, was it?
No, I'm not going to bother. It's fine. Yes, so Lightning Claws... don't worry, ignore me. Lightning Claws are 5 attacks, yes.
Okay, so 5 attacks. These are hitting on 2s, re-rolling because of Oath of Moment. And they're...
Why 2s?
Because +1 because he's the Oath of Moment target.
I beg your pardon. Absolutely correct.
So that is from 5 attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits.
Yep.
Wounding on 4s.
So they're only strength 5, not 4s, because you're not Lance anymore.
I am not Lance anymore. That's very true. I did, yes.
So you're winning on 6s because I'm toughness 7. 5.
5,
sorry,
yeah.
because I'm toughness 7.
That's 4 wounds. Just their normal AP because I didn't use the stratagem. So
-2. Twin linked.
I did.
Cool. Yeah. I'm your Oath of Momented anyway. So
4
up in them.
Yes.
Dead.
That is 3 wounds. He has 2 wounds. He got killed by lightning claws.
Except he is defiant to the last.
He is going to fight before he dies.
So on a 2+, he can fight before removing from play.
Imagine if he rolled a 1.
That's a 6.
Looks like a 0 to me.
It's a 6. He has, but that also means the rest of your attacks don't do anything. Not that they were required anyway, but it's still quite funny. He has 6 attacks. And the reason this works is because he has not fought this phase yet.
Yes, yep, makes sense.
He has 6 attacks. He is hitting you on 3s. You're -1 to hit, which I just forgot. But we use that on the Deathwing Knights.
Yes.
It's fine, you would have killed me.
I was going to say, there is a lot of attacks still, sir.
5 hits.
Yep.
Strength 9, so I'm winning you on 3s.
Yep.
Ugh, for 2.
2. I don't have Armour of Contempt, though. Because
they're only -1.
So 3-up save. And I make them both.
Cool. That was good.
Sorry.
It's okay.
There you go. And then I will come round again and I will do those guys. So, what have we got?
Deathwing Command Squad.
Yes.
Right, what have we got?
So, piling in is going to be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm only going to be able to get a couple into him and probably a few more into the Wardens with a pile in. Probably everyone apart from him, to be honest. and him.
Yep.
Oh no, because he can.
Yeah, he's in base.
Yeah, so it's just going to be everyone apart from him, I think. So we'll do the 2 into him first.
Okay.
So we've got a Power Fist and a Thunderhammer.
Yep. Okay, so Power Fist is 3 attacks.
I'm also going to do the Honor the Chapter.
Use no point. Oh no,
It gives me extra AP
because it's the assault doctrine.
because it's the Assault Doctrine. The Lance doesn't matter so much because I didn't charge, and I think Lance is only when you charge, but the extra AP might come in handy.
Sure.
So I will do that. That's 1 CP. So let me just get rid of that. So yes, we'll do Thunderhammer first.
So your unit has selected its targets.
So yeah.
So their free stratagem this turn is going to be Arcane Genetic Alchemy.
Okay.
-1 damage on the Warden squad.
Okie dokie.
But yes, you've got a Power Fist into the Captain, which is 3 attacks.
Okie doke.
Hitting on 3s. Their sustained hits is
ranged only on the Chaplain.
Yeah.
They're +1 to wound because the
Yes, you don't need. Oh, so,
No,
so
they're
that's
not.
where the Lance comes in. Yeah, the Chaplain ability is +1 to wound.
Biker Chaplain is.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. So they are +1 to wound. Okay. So
Fate.
2 hits from the Power Fist. These are wounding on 3s
Because
because of
2s because of +1.
Yep.
Because you're strength 8, I'm only taking 6.
That is 1 wound.
-2, but becomes -3 because of your thing.
Yep.
So 4 up inbound.
4 up inbound.
There we go.
Cool.
Lovely.
And then the Thunderhammer.
Okay, Thunderhammer is 3 attacks. Hitting on 4s.
Hitting on 4s. For 1 hit.
Also strength 8, devastating wounds. So that is a
wound. Yep.
It's -2, so it becomes -3. So a 4 up inbound again. Also fine.
Cool. Good job, guys. And then we have got quite a few Power Fist attacks into
the Wardens.
We've got 1 Power Fist, 2 Power Fists. He was in base contact. They're both Chain Fists. Actually, we've got 2 Power Fists into the Wardens.
So 3 attacks for each of them. Hitting on 3s.
Wow. There's 5 1s. There's 5 1s and 1 5.
Excellent.
Winning on 2s though?
Strength 8 and +1, yes. That's a 1. Good stuff. I like it.
We have then got...
A halberd.
I'm going to do the 2 Chain Fists first.
Okie dokie. 3 attacks apiece. Hitting on 4s.
That is all but 1.
Yep. Winning on 2s again, because you're strength 8 base. 3.
3.
Okay, these are -3 as well because of the Assault Doctrine extra AP. They're going to be 4 up invulnerable saves.
Yep. How much
3.
damage does Chain Fist each?
They are 2, but I'm -1 damage.
You are -1?
So you only kill 1. It's unfortunate, isn't it?
It is. And then we have got the Chaplain with his thing, and also we'll do the Halberd,
Okay.
which is a Dark Angel thing.
I've got it.
You got it? Cool.
Yeah. 5 attacks.
Yep.
Precision.
It is precision.
Hitting on 3s. That's unfortunate.
That's annoying.
It's only strength 6.
It is.
So you're winning on 3s. It's even more unfortunate. -2 becomes -3 because of Assault Doctrine.
Yep.
So 4 up invuln.
Yep.
There's a 4.
Don't like this game anymore. And then we got the Terminator Chaplain with his Crozius.
Yep, 5 attacks. Hitting on 2s.
Hit on 2s, so that's all of his hits.
Excellent. He is strength 6.
So he's winning on
also
3s.
because of +1 to wound. And he is -1.
-1.
Becomes -2.
Yep.
So 4 up invuln.
Yep. 3.
You kill another one.
Yep. Kill one more guy.
Because they're already 1 damage.
They
apiece
are only
because
1
of
damage.
Arcane Genetic Alchemy. There we go. 2 dead.
Cool. So that is all of the combat. And that is the end of your turn.
It is. So secondary wise, I don't score anything yet because Defend Stronghold is in your turn.
Okie doke, and I don't get anything at the end of your turn either.
No. So the score is 15 points to 14 still.
Excellent. And that is the end of Custodes turn 3.
Yes.
Going into Dark Angels turn 4.
brief interruption before Will continues with his turn
We
information.
interrupt your regular broadcast.
Yeah, to bring some catastrophic news for Custodes fans.
Yeah.
The person playing the Custodes today is an idiot and forgot the fact that they had army-wide -1 to hit in melee. And so that's why I forgot it, basically. So if anyone caught that, it's my bad.
Yeah, we both missed it. It
Yeah.
may well have saved the Custodian, but like...
it's fine.
We'll live and
It
learn.
washes, and again, it's the best way for me to learn, so it's fine.
To be like, it balances out by the fact that I'm an idiot and have probably forgotten things too. So, as always, do comment. Not angrily, but just comment if we forget anything.
In case you couldn't tell from the commentary, we generally play just to have a laugh, so we're not competitive players. Okay, I'm not a competitive player.
So competitive. So, we both gained a command point.
Mm-hmm.
I got a new secondary, which is behind enemy lines.
Turn 4, by the way, for the Dark.
Yes, sorry, this is turn 4 Dark Angels. My new secondary is behind enemy lines. I still also have area denial, which I'm not really any closer to getting at the moment. Although I may be by the end of the turn, who knows. Behind enemy lines, I'm probably not going to get anytime soon, because
You've basically got to get to...
I've got to get all the way over there.
Yeah, something like that. Oh, you're not too far away from it, really.
I might get it after I kill your stuff.
Yeah, but you've only got one more turn to do.
This is
so
very
you probably
true.
won't.
I have oath. I have an oath moment is going to be the Wardens. Outrageous. Thank you very much. There you go. Skull, they're dead. And I have also enacted the tactical doctrine, so this squad could fall back and they can still shoot and charge.
And what was the other thing you did?
Oh, and my apothecary brought back the nice 4-wound Terminator that Matt killed.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay. Killed a grand total of 2 Terminators this game.
Yeah. These guys moved up. There's a couple that can get line of sight on the shield captain, but only a couple.
Mm-hmm.
But importantly, the cyclone missile launcher guy can.
Yeah.
And they have, as I said, moved back. They're going to shoot and then charge in. So I will be back in just a sec when I've worked out what I'm going to do. So we're going to start with this little squad here, the ones that can see the shield captain, which is basically just a line of them leading up from the librarian.
Yeah, so the sergeant
So
at the
it's
front.
4 storm bolters, 2 shots each, and then the 2 cyclone missile launchers. Well, the 2 missiles.
Yeah.
There's no rerolls or anything, but they are sustained hits, 1 thanks to the librarian, and I'm not using any stratagems. So these are just hitting on 3s. With 3 sustained hits.
Blimey, okay.
So that's not bad. Wounding on 5s, though.
Yeah.
For a grand total of 1, 2, excuse the beeping horn there. 4 wounds.
Okay.
No AP.
negatives.
No negatives.
Okay, so 2 up saves. He takes 1 wound.
He does
He's
take
down
a
to
wound.
2.
And then the 2 crack missiles going into him. That is 3 crack missiles going into him.
Yeah.
Wounding on 3s. Not great. I'm not going to do a CP reroll because it's 2 CP.
Okay.
So just
4 up in 1.
4 up in 1.
Nope.
D6. How many
He's
wounds?
got 2 wounds left. He's probably dead.
4.
Dead.
And then we've got all of those guys. Actually, I think quite a few of them are melee, so it might not actually be all that many shots into them.
6 storm bolters and 2 cyclones.
Okay. So that's 12 shots from the storm bolters,
But they're rapid fire.
but they are going to be in rapid fire. Okay, yeah.
We
So,
might get the other dice.
yeah, we might need the other dice.
Probably need those
So it's essentially 4 shots
each.
each
Yeah.
for the 6 that have storm bolters.
Mm-hmm. So 24.
24 shots. I think I was recording that.
Excellent.
I can count.
One for the outtakes.
Yeah.
We'll
So
do that one.
here we go. All the dice I need.
Yeah.
So these are hitting on 3s with a reroll.
Yeah.
And they are sustained hits.
Yeah.
But none. But I do have a
Good job
reroll.
you got a reroll.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the wounds for these ones.
Get these ones out of the way for you. Oh, good job you had a reroll.
That was useful.
Yeah, got you those 2 extra.
So those many, these are my wound rolls for that now.
So 5's to wound.
But with a
that's
reroll.
4 so far. So 5 so far.
5 so far, and then I will do this again.
Oh, blimey.
It's a bit
Is that
better.
4 sustained so far.
Yep. So I will
Excellent.
re-roll these.
5 sustained.
5
So if I
sustained.
give you 3 extra because there's...
And 2, yep.
Sorry, I beg your pardon. 3 extra because there's 2 misses.
Yes.
So there's your 3 extras.
Perfect. These are all... So I've got 5 wounds so far. Is that...
You do.
And then these are wounding on 5s, again with a reroll thanks to Oath of Moment,
There's one more.
which is good. So, oh yeah, sorry. So 10 in total?
Is that another 5?
Yeah,
11 in total.
11 in total.
6.
Yes.
Okay, these are 2 up saves.
Yep.
Ugh.
Oh,
You kill one,
I kill one.
but everyone else is... Oh, and one takes... and everyone else is fine.
Yeah, everyone else is fine. But I kill one.
And I'll take that guy who's hiding under there. Okay.
And then crack missiles.
Yep.
Good thing I've got a reroll.
Mm-hmm. And 1 extra.
So 5 crack missiles. These are wounding on 3s.
Yes.
They will wound at -2.
5 wounds. So 4 up invuns.
Yep.
Ah!
That's 4.
Yep.
These are -1 damage though.
They
So let's see. The first one is 1 damage.
Okay, so let me just keep tabs of that. 1 damage.
Second one is 2
2
damage.
So that kills
So
one.
that kills one. And then the last one,
There you go. 1 more as well. You did 4 in total.
that was the fourth one.
That was the third one.
That was, I did 1 damage, then 2 damage.
Which killed
Oh,
one.
which killed one. Sorry, yes, I thought they had 4 wounds for some
Nope.
reason. So that kills one. And then the last one
3
also killed. Oh no, 3 damage to him.
Yeah.
So killed 3 wardens in that shooting and did a couple of wounds to the shield captain.
You did.
That's all the shooting. So we may as well just go straight on to the charge phase. And we will be charging them in. I only fell back a couple of inches, but
That'll do you.
that double 6 will get me in with pretty much everyone.
Yep.
I will be back in a sec. I'll just move everyone in, make sure they're all in contact if they can. And then we'll be back and I'll roll some dice.
Once again, I'm an idiot. Once per game, Custodes Wardens get 4 up, feel no pain. I forgot about that completely. So never mind.
We
Live and learn.
we apologise.
Or lose and learn. One of the two.
There's so many rules. And we're not new to this game.
We're not new to this game, no. But it's just been a very long time since we recorded, and if anybody has recorded a game of 40k,
You do
it is
tend to
very easy to forget.
you do
because you're
tend to
focusing on
forget
everything
things
else.
and miss things. So
Yeah.
we do apologise. We won't do it again.
We probably
We
will.
will
We'll
do it
try
again.
not to do it
Yeah.
again.
But anyway, I have charged in.
Cool.
I'm not going to complain because this is probably going to net me the victory.
Probably. -1 to hit
-1 to hit.
is my thing, which I will actually remember this time.
Yes.
And I suppose I should get your rules for you, shouldn't I?
I don't think I'm going to do any stratagem because I realised last time when I did the +1, I'm not in Assault Doctrine anyway, so it doesn't make a difference.
There you go.
And I don't need to ignore cover. Although I could give myself Lance with
You
Honour the
could.
Chapter. And I've got 2 CP, so I'm going to do it.
Okay.
So I've got Lance on them essentially.
I'm going to Arcane Genetic Alchemy myself.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So
I've got 5 CP.
you do. You have a lot of CP. It's because you're not having to spend any. So everyone is in apart from the Lightning Claw dude, which is a bit of a shame because I wanted him to deal the coup de grace. But
To be honest, you're not going to kill him, so I'm going to kill the rest of you. And then your Lightning Claw dude will be the last one left.
I'm going to go with the
It's nice
champion
to have
first.
dreams,
I'm
isn't
going to
it?
go with the champion first, and I'm going to kill you with the champion.
Go for it, mate. 5 attacks.
Hitting on
3s.
3.
4s.
Yes, because I'm -1 hit.
Because of the thing we literally just said 30 seconds ago.
For anyone wondering as well, if you put Oath of Moment or a persistent effect on a unit and the bodyguard dies, it still goes on. So he, even though he is a leader in like lone character now, essentially, he still has Oath of Moment until it would expire. So I'm still re-rolling my hits and my wounds.
Totally fair and balanced special rule for that one, I think.
Hitting on 4s. Re-rolling.
And sustained, of course. And Lance.
No. Lance, but no sustained.
Oh, I beg your pardon.
His is shooting only.
correct. Yes. 2 hits.
Yes.
Strength,
Strength 6.
6. Toughness 6.
So would be 4s to 3s.
Mm-hmm.
It's 1 wound and 2 wounds.
It is -2. So this is my 4 up invulnerable save, which I've passed both of them.
Nice.
Yeah.
Disappointing. And then we have got... I'm going to do Thunderhammers because why not? So there's 1, 2, 3 Thunderhammers that can hit him.
They have 3 attacks each.
So 3 attacks each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
They are normally hitting me on 4s, but because of Martial Guitar, they're hitting me on 5s.
So 5s, but with a reroll, luckily.
Ah. Actually, that wasn't as bad.
That wasn't
it. I just saw the 6s and panicked.
Still 5 hits, though.
Yep.
I'll take it.
Yep. They are strength 8.
With +1 to wounds, so winning on 2s. That is devastating wounds with a reroll. What am I winning on?
2s.
2s. I'm going to reroll them all. Get those devastating wounds. Oh.
Wow. Okay. So it's 1 armor save or 1 invulnerable save.
1 invulnerable save, yep.
Which I fail.
Which
So
is
I've
2 damage because it's down.
But it's 1 damage.
Oh, they 2 damage
They're
base.
2 damage base.
Okay.
So it's 1 damage.
Yep.
And then I have 6.
No, because you do the damage reduction before they become mortal wounds.
Oh,
So it's only
epic.
3 mortal wounds.
So 3 mortal wounds. So
Yep.
Custodes have a 4-up feel no pain against mortal wounds.
Yep. Wait, don't Wardens as well.
Shut up, you. He's got 1 wound left.
He's got 1 wound left. Yeah, there's... the way I think it used to work in 9th is that mortal wounds just went over and you couldn't reduce them by damage, but in the GW like little rules thing, they say you do damage reduction before devastating
Brilliant.
wounds convert. So
I like that a lot.
yes, it does make a difference. So then we've got 1 chain fist, 2 chain fists from the apothecary, who is in base, well, in contact with.
Yeah.
So that's 3.
They are 3 attacks each. They are hitting on 5s as well.
Do you want me to reroll that?
That's entirely up to you.
I will reroll it. But because of Oath of Moment.
Oh, good lord. These are also strength 8.
So these are winning on 2s as well. That is all wounds.
And these are also -2.
Yep.
So 4-up in vulnerable save. I have 1 wound left. I'm dead.
Yes.
Cool. My captain is dead.
Aw, now I feel bad.
Why?
I don't actually.
I'm still going to win.
I mean, you might, points wise.
Carry on scoring points, don't you?
Yeah, exactly. Matt may win with no people.
With no models left.
Right, so that is the end of the combat phase.
And that's the end of your turn 4.
And that is the end of my turn 4.
And new rules-wise, you're unable to consolidate, so you can't get to within the centre of the table.
No, I can't. And I don't have behind enemy lines or area denial at the moment.
Nope.
So I don't get any more points at the end of my turn.
So it is 17 points to the Dark Angels and 14 to the Custodes.
And we are just about to go into Custodes.
Custodes turn 4.
4. Just at the end of my turn, I am going to get rid of behind enemy lines because there's no way I'm going to get it. So I will discard that and I'll get a new one in my turn 5.
At the end of Will's turn, I scored my Defend Stronghold secondary objective.
Yep.
Which is 3 victory points to me. So that updates the scores to 17 points for the Dark Angels and 17 points to the Custodes.
Yep.
Now, Custodes turn 4. Bear with us. This is going to be a long turn. So this segment might end up taking quite a while.
Bear with. Get some popcorn, have a drink.
Yeah. I score 7 points.
Yep.
Because these are sticky objectives and
Yep.
you've not come to claim them.
Nope.
I draw a secondary objective, I guess.
Yep.
Which, oh look, I can't score that one.
Nope.
And that's the end of my turn.
Good. Good stuff. Good turn.
Cool. So it's Dark Angel's turn 5.
Yeah. Where are we points wise now?
So points wise now, we are 24 points to the Custodes.
Yep.
And 17 points to the Dark Angels. Primary wise, you score 2 points for
I
the
scored 2 for
objective
that.
in your deployment zone.
Yep. And I'm going to
What's your secondary that you just drew?
secure no man's land.
You have to score both objectives in No Man's Land.
Yeah.
You can get one of them.
I can get one of them,
Yeah, but then you don't get...
but then I don't get the
you don't
centre.
get centre.
So my other one is area denial. Secure the centre.
Yep.
So I've lost. So the only thing, they can't get to the centre even with a 6-inch advance.
But the command... No, because you have to
No,
be
because I have to be
within.
wholly within, so I can't. They
The
can.
command squad can,
They can to get
with an advance, though, to be fair.
area denial would get me 5 victory points.
Yep.
Whereas secure no man's land would get me 2 victory points because I can only claim one of the objectives in No Man's Land. So I'm going to advance my command squad just to get to the centre of the board. May I have a red dice, Matt?
You may have a red dice.
Thank you. That's a 7-inch move.
That will get you.
That will get me to
6 inches of the centre. So
So
basically, that will then get everybody clustered around here, which is then a unit wholly within 6 inches.
So that gets me 5 victory points and grants me area denial, but I cannot in any way get secure no man's land because there's no way. I would need to go all the way over to that one or all the way over to that one and over to, well, yeah. So that is the end of my turn. There's nothing else I can do. There's nothing to shoot or charge at. So
right, rub it in, why don't you?
Yeah, because Matt got tabled. So that is
get tabled. You're right.
But we are about to go into his turn 5 where he will get...
So we both get a command point.
Both get a command point, yeah, which is really useful.
Yep. And then at the start of my turn...
He controls...
the command phase happens.
Yes.
And then the movement, shooting, charge...
Wait, hold up. There's a lot to cover here. So we've got movement phase.
Yep, done.
Shooting phase.
Yeah, I think I'm done.
Psychic... No, wait. Charge phase, there is obviously nothing to charge.
Yep. Fight phase, nothing to fight, obviously.
And Matt
at the
gets
end
his
of turn
points.
5, I score my points, so I get 5 points for the No Man's Land objective, 2 points for my objective over here, which gives me a total of 7, which is 7, 14, 21, 28, 31.
Did you get any of your secondaries?
No, secure No Man's Land and assassination were my
Didn't
two
have...
secondaries. No, funnily enough, I didn't score those. No.
So I ended up the game on 24, and Matt ended on 31. Thanks to, in no large part, sticky objectives.
2 free CBs.
and a lot of...
2 free stratagems that got me the sticky objectives.
So,
31
there was...
to 24.
Essentially, the slow-moving Deathwing... I mean, I could have... Could I have gone after one of those
if
ones? I could have done. If I'd gone after that, but then obviously you would have kept hold of that one, which I think gets you more because it's mine.
Then I believe
that actually... So I did do the right thing.
Yeah.
I just didn't really have the speed to go and get rid of 6. But still, yeah. I made the right choice going after that one rather than that one. Yeah.
And chances are, if you'd left my Terminators
you would
alone,
have
they
gone...
would have come into the Deathwing Knights, Deathwing Command Squad. And then with the Wardens and everybody.
Yeah. So, sticky objectives are really, really good.
Yes.
If you don't think they are...
Especially against a slow-moving army like the Deathwing.
Yeah, against something like Ravenwing, where you have the speed to go and recapture them, like I did. We had a game earlier today, and I used the Storm Speeder to go, in fact, one objective over here, I went and got back. But with the Deathwing, especially when you have stuff behind me, so I need to turn around and kind of come back on myself, it does make a big difference. But that was quite a close game, actually. I mean, 24-1 isn't that close, but it was, as we expected, kind of a bit of a brawl in the centre.
Yeah.
A bit of a brawl over here. The Deathwing did really well
I'm very, very disappointed that I only killed 2 Deathwing Terminators.
I mean, to be fair, Matt did forget a couple of key rules that would have... I think the thing is you forgot stuff that would have saved you. Because you forgot
they wouldn't have killed more.
Wouldn't have killed more.
May have still had stuff alive.
The axes, we were saying this earlier as well, axes only being AP1
they should be -2.
Axes being AP1 was a bit of a weird thing because with Armour of Contempt it meant I still got a full 2-up save against them, which was a bit bizarre.
Yeah, I think they should be -2. I think they'd be much better if they were there.
And
that's how I modelled them. That's how I use them.
Yeah, and Oath of Moment is very, very strong. Especially with the +1 that the Terminators get.
Yeah.
To their hit rolls, so they're hitting on 2s, usually wounding on 3s or maybe even 2s if you get Honour the Chapter off.
Yep.
I mean, Deathwing, I like them. They're good. Yeah. They seem to be okay.
They're quite tanky.
I think they just need... In a bigger game, this was only a 1,045-point game.
It was the 5 points that did it. I told you...
It was the 5 points that let me lose.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Custodes need a nerf.
Rewind that.
If I had more points for a bigger game, I would definitely be putting stuff into Deep Strike so that I could get to the other side of the board.
Yeah.
But no, that was a fun game. And I think it's quite clear that sticky objectives are very, very good, especially when you can get them for free.
Yeah.
Well, I scored 7 points every turn apart from turn 1.
Yeah.
And then just one of my secondaries.
Exactly, which we were saying at the beginning of the game, considering we've only really got 2 or 3 units each, it's going to be really hard to grab the objectives. But for Matt, it was so much easier because he almost didn't have to worry about 2 of them for all the game.
Yeah.
But that is it for this. Sorry it was only a small battle report, but we just wanted to kind of slowly ease ourselves back into it.
Yeah, and just to test the waters for your channel to see if that's actually something that people want.
This is obviously going up on the 6 machine, which, if you're watching this, you should know because you'll be on the channel.
Yep.
But if you want to see more like this, we do actually have another channel. But if you want to see it on this channel, then let me know because I'm happy to keep posting them here. And we will get some more up as soon as we can. But thanks for watching. Let us know down in the comments any thoughts you had, any things you would have done differently. Feel free
not including remembering your rules because we know that already.
Yeah, feel free to point out any mistakes we've made, but of course, bear in mind we do tend to we are aware of them normally after we've done it. Like a few minutes later, we do tend to pick up on it, but the way we like to play is that we just move on and use it as a learning experience. So do point them out if we do make any mistakes, but we probably are aware of it and have kicked ourselves in the foot already. So don't kick us anyway. But thanks very much for watching, and until next time, I will catch you later, guys.